Hello, everybody. I'm Renee Varnadore, and this is Soul Portal Journeys, and I'm here with three of my friends who have been doing these lives for a very long time with me. So I'm just really grateful that they're all here today and that we can celebrate the fact that we just like a half an hour ago had a new moon. So I usually wait a day and I just felt like no, we got to get it, get in the energy of this new moon right away. So we're here, we're ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and you guys can make sure you have everything you need. I know you guys do, um because you've been here before. So this is what we're doing. This is what we bring for the ceremony, and I know you guys already have this stuff, right? If you are watching the replay, welcome. I'm going to help you through this as much as I can. These are the things. Just stop the video and go collect the stuff. This is what we're going to need for the ceremony. And before we start the ceremony, let's grab our candles and something to light it with, because lighting this candle is a remembrance of the fact that we are all divine spark. We're all part of the divine. So it's not separate from us, as we may have been taught if we were taught in other patriarchal religions that wanted to separate us, or maybe they didn't even know that's what they were doing. Maybe they just didn't know. And here we go. We are here creating a flame. Yes. So now this flame is going to be over here. I'm going to make sure that when we do the long scarf dance that it's not anywhere near the candle. But the candle reminds me that not only is there a divine spark within me, but there is a divine spark within each of you also. And so one of the things we do at the new moon is we connect with that divine part of us, that divine spark within us. It's kind of challenging. It's kind of an exciting challenge to be on the earth plane, because we have such a limited view of what is, as we are soul in a body, but so many physical things we can manifest, so many things we can create because we're in this body. So it's amazing. So the next thing we want to do is clear the aura around us. So I've got some aura spray, and I can spray that around me if I want to. If I don't have that, I might have a selenite wand. Selenite's a really good crystal to clear. It feels really good. Oh my gosh. It's so relaxing to clear out some of this clutter and some of this anxious, because you're on video, you're about to do something. It's like you're about to go on stage or something, and it just clears all the clutter out of your brain when you do a selenite wand. So I love it. The next thing we're gonna, later in the ceremony, after the meditation, we're gonna do drink some water to help bring in what our next step is. And so what we want to do right now is prep our water with either sacred water from anywhere that you feel is sacred. This is from Chalice Wells, which is in Glastonbury, in the heart chakra of the world. So that's this happening. And so now that's my water. But if you don't have sacred water from Mount Shasta or some other place, then you can do a little Reiki symbol. If you don't know Reiki, you can just do a spiral, just a Fibonacci spiral here, just spiraling the energy. And then that energy, that sacredness, that intention, that pattern is now in this water. So this water is going to sit over there and be sacred for when we need it. And I have a long scarf, and I've got my chocolate that I took out of my, box already. I like the dark chocolate because it just has not only a sweetness and a bitterness, that just is. A lot of people are doing sacred things with chocolate now, which I really, really, really like. So that's that. Now it's time to sing in the archangels. And so we're going to, woohoo, these are the lyrics. And so we're going to face east. You guys all know the drill. See, they're already getting up and they're already facing east. We start with east. This is calling in, and feel how you are right now, and then feel the energy as you're calling in all of these archangels in different directions. So here we go. Spirit of the East and inspiration, Archangel Raphael, please come. Spirits of the South, fiery creative spirits, Archangel Michael, please come. Spirits of the West, water-loving spirits, Archangel Gabriel, please come. Spirits of the North, earth-clearing spirits, Archangel Uriel, please come. Spirits of below, Mother of potentiality, Archangel Sandalphon, please come. Spirits of above, for the sky perspective change, Archangel Metatron, please come. Spirits of within, heart space gifts, Archangel Hanael, please come. Okay, that feels a lot better to me after surrounding myself with the archangel energy. I feel much more centered, and then I'm surrounded and protected. So if there's anything that you want to share that you're feeling, let me know in the chat, or if you want to raise your hand if you feel like you got tons to say, like, wow, I really feel these angels. So here we are. Now, I'm going to show in a minute the chart of today's new moon, but because everybody remembers Christmas, even though it was 5 days ago, we all remember what happened on Christmas. I wanted to, even if we don't, even not everybody celebrates Christmas, it's still a big deal in the culture, and you would remember it. So there are 3 chart patterns, which is why, and 2 of them are still here with us in 5 days later in the new moon. So the one I want to pay attention to right here is this chart pattern right here, which is called a T-square, and it's very dynamic. It's got all of these red lines, which just, it's like, boom, I've got to do this. And there's just like achievement and goals, and you got to do it. And there's a conflict between Mercury, which is the planet of communication, and Jupiter, which is expansion. And a lot of times you're in expansion, but you don't know what the heck's going on. And so Mercury's got to jump in there and help you out. And so actually, Mercury and Jupiter being able to expand really your abilities. Now, you would think that it's actually pretty good that Jupiter is in Gemini, which is collecting a lot of knowledge. It can be overwhelming. And how do you communicate that? You communicate that by becoming reflective, and as you really get soulful with all this knowledge you're collecting, it becomes wisdom, which is all Sagittarius. Now, I know a couple of you have suns in Sagittarius, and some of you have suns that are conjunct the great attractor, which is pretty profound. But on Christmas, Mercury was moving towards an exact conjunction with the great attractor, and is in conjunction um, today with the great attractor, because that's like a big, huge orb of influence, and was applying to the conjunction. Um, so we had great attractor energy, just kind of this gravitational pull that was pulled in to the expansion of our knowledge, and the expansion of our knowledge is pulled into our wisdom. So we had that dynamic going on Christmas. Now, this goes back and forth, back and forth. This is an opposition, but they're both, this is what makes it a T-square. They're both squaring Saturn. So we've got Saturn over here, and Saturn helps us make things real. It helps bring things into 3D. And sometimes people don't think anything's real if it's not in 3D. So Saturn is really helpful that way. It helps us bring our ideas and our expansion and our wisdom that we're trying to communicate into materia. So some of us are writers, some of us are teachers, some of us, we have one brilliant painter here today with us. So there's just, she's smiling. Yep, she's waving. That's Christina. So we've got all of this. Actually, I think we all do art. It's just that Christina is showing her art in a Los Angeles art gallery. So I think she's a little ahead of us. So anyway, we've got Mercury, we've got this T-square. And so what happens is you look at the youngest one, the smallest number, Mercury. So you start out with an idea, and then boom, you go to Jupiter at 13. It expands, okay, and then you go to 14, Saturn at 14 degrees to make it real. And how do you do that? Well, Saturn's right on the star right now, Arcturus, which is like this flowing river. So you wouldn't think that giving something structure is what Saturn does. And so Saturn is structuring the riverbanks, and Saturn has been learning over the past year or so to really work with this flowing river energy within the star Arcturus and the constellation that's called the river. So that's amazing right there. We also have this other pattern called right here called the mystic rectangle. So this blue one, this is another one that's all blue. This one is, instead of like, okay, I'm going to have goals and I'm going to achieve something, which is the red ones, I'm going to work through all these conflicts and I'm going to get it done. The blue ones are just really beautiful, flowy, and you can see its points. The north node and the south node, okay, are two tips of this mystic rectangle. And then Pluto, that just moved into Aquarius, is opposite Mars right now, which is in Leo. So we've got the fire of Leo and the fire of Aries with the air of Pluto and the air of the south node. So we've got these two, of course, the nodes are always in opposition, but the fact that we have these 4 points here that are just flowing, they're like a container, and they're ready to contain our manifestation, what we are manifesting in this communication here, this wisdom, this knowledge that's turning into wisdom that can be communicated and structured. Boom, boom, we've got this rectangle. Rectangles and squares are very manifesting. The other thing we have to help us is Pluto is part of this too, is Pluto with the south node and Sedna. Sedna is a dwarf planet that's even out farther than Pluto is in the solar system. It must be really cold there. And that's at 0 degrees. And this is creating an air trine, these three together. And the south node is on the supergalactic center. And so the Milky Way, Andromeda Galaxy, and other galaxies are all moving towards gravitationally the supergalactic center. So this fluid, this is moving with the flow, moving with how things are flowing in the universe, how things are, because as above, so below, as all of these points are connecting in this new way of thinking. We're bringing in new ways of thinking as these nodes are about to change signs. So these nodes are about to change signs that we've worked with these nodes in Aries and Libra for the last year and a half, and they're almost ready to go into Pisces Virgo. So this is kind of the energy we were dealing with on Christmas Day. Anybody have a comment about this and Christmas Day or a question? So, okay, cool. Thank you. And now we're going to go on to this is what is still happening today. Okay. We had the new moon exact in Rosarita Beach, where I live, and where Christina used to live, at 2:26 p.m. Okay, so this new moon just happened, not even an hour. It's not even an hour old. So we're still kind of getting an idea of what this energy is. But you can see this same rectangle. Okay, this is the same rectangle. It's got but now look, 5 days later, the North Node is at 1 degree instead of 2 degrees. Pluto's at 1 degree instead of 0 degrees. See, the other nodes at 1 degree too. And then Mars has moved to being 2 degrees. So the pattern is still there, even though what's happening is this pattern is tightening. So it's even more exact. So whatever didn't manifest over Christmas that you wish had manifest, you still have the same rectangle that you can work with. Mercury has moved from 12 degrees to 18 degrees because Mercury moves pretty fast in 5 days. He moves 6 degrees in 5 days. So, and he is still, he's five away from Jupiter. So these two are moving out of their opposition. You can't even see it anymore. But of course, Pluto and Mars are moving closer in their opposition. So we're feeling that Pluto-Mars energy even more. Pluto is the transformational energy, and Mars is the action, taking action. So that is happening. And what is still happening, and is going to be happening for another month or two, is this beautiful trine, this beautiful air trine, as the nodes move to 0 degrees. And they're going to be at 0 degrees on the 11th of January, and then they're going to move into, which is the very, very first degree of the zodiac. Where's the North Node? Right here, very first degree of the zodiac is 0 degrees Aries, and it's going to move into the last degree of the zodiac, which is 29 degrees Pisces. And right now we have this beautiful star Shiat on 29 degrees Pisces. And then I think it's the 13th, the North Node is going to move in an exact conjunction to Shiat, but it's conjunct Shiat right now. So we can see, and Shiat, if you don't remember, it's the star that helps us open our crown chakra. And so a lot of the information that we're dealing with, that Mercury is picking up on and Jupiter is expanding, and Saturn is structuring for us, a lot of that is coming in through our crown chakra, because Shiat has been opened with Neptune, which can be illusion and delusion, and the North Node's coming in with much more clarity. So now the North Node is conjunct that crown chakra. So the information that we're bringing in from the stars and the light and the energy is much clearer. So things should be clearer as they're coming in. So as we go in and we ask during the meditation, what is being conceived within me now, we have a chance for more clarity coming in for us. So we're at the sun and the moon. Usually I focus on the sun and moon first, but they're right here together. Always in a new moon, sun and moon are together. They're at 9 degrees 43 minutes of Capricorn. This is the signal for Capricorn. And right here, they are conjunct the star Theseus, which is near a globular cluster that has been identified since the 1700s by Charles Messier, which is why it's designated as an M for Messier 22. So that's this right here. And so there you can see that this new moon is really close to that. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. It's also really close to Pallas Athena, which is a goddess, asteroid goddess, and she moves pretty fast through the chart, but she holds she's a little bit Mars-like, but she holds that power in a more feminine warrior type of way, which is more, a lot of people call that the more peaceful warrior. So she's got that energy, and she's got a lot of intelligence coming into. Let's see, what else do we got? Jupiter and Saturn square. We still have that. We've got Jupiter squaring Saturn. Saturn's at 14. Saturn is not retrograde. Jupiter is, but they're within a degree, so they're still square. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so anybody have a question about what's going on in the sky at this new moon? There's a lot of energies we can bring in, the great attractor, the supergalactic center, Theseus. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. So we've got a lot of dynamism. It's not just a bunch of points or a bunch of lines. We've got some actual pattern in this new moon. Here are some of the stars that are active in this. There's the shapely attractor. Actually, the shapely attractor is activated by Haumea, which is the planet of rebirth. And so we're all trying to birth from within our own being that which will be the new earth that works for all of us, as opposed to getting things from the external, because nobody knows what this new thing is going to be because we haven't had it before. So we're not trying to create the old. Some people are trying to create the old systems like fascism, but that's just not going to be it because it's old. So copying old stuff is not the new earth, in my opinion. So we've got all of these beautiful stars helping us out, including, I want to draw your attention to this one. Chiron is on Tau Ceti, which is in the Cetus constellation. And the reason I wanted to draw your attention to that is because I just created an entire video on the story of Andromeda, who is in the Greek mythology, she was chained to a rock to appease the sea monster Cetus, which is the constellation that Tau Ceti is in. So take a look at that. I'm going to post the link to that video in the show notes for this video if you want to see that. So we've got all of these stars. Pluto came in with a bunch of stars in Aquarius, helping us out as we're getting used to Aquarius, Pluto being in Aquarius since November 19th. Notice if you've felt a difference now that Pluto's a little farther along. Pluto is going to be teaching us new things in the next 20 years. One of the things I have a feeling Pluto is teaching us is how to think with our hearts. So that's very interesting. So the more we have head heart coherence, the better. A lot of people have been learning how to do that for a while. So that's the stars. And now this degree, 9 degrees 43 minutes, gets updated to Capricorn 10. And the symbol is an albatross feeding from the hand. So these are Sabian symbols. And this is about radiating peaceful harmony. So if we purify the heart, then we radiate love to all beings and trust in the certainty of serenity and joy, radiating peaceful harmony. So you see that it looks like two birds, but really this is a sailor saying, okay, albatross, feed out of my hand, instead of like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing an albatross around my neck. The sailor is there saying, okay, here, feed from my hand. So that's the Sabian symbol, the degree point in the 360 degrees. There's an image for each one of the degree points. That was Elsie Wheeler was the medium involved in channeling 360 degrees of the zodiac, and Mark Edmund Jones was the astrologer that had the idea to do this with a medium. So that was happening in 1925 in San Diego Balboa Park. Thank you very much. Carrie used to live there. I was born there. So the star that I was talking about, Fascius, that is conjunct this new moon, is right at the eye of the Archer. So here's the Archer right here. And this is where M22, which we now realize is the star Fascius. Now this is what the globular cluster looks like. So focusing our eye, keeping our eye on what we are actually trying to achieve. Now, we had a T-square Christmas that wanted us to achieve something, and then we've got some flow and some talent happening. And so to keep our focus, this new moon is helping us keep our focus on what it is that we want to look from within ourselves and be birthing from within us this new that we were trying to create. So that's kind of what the focus is here with this star. So I've brought up this star. The star Shiat, I was talking about the nodes are good. Neptune's been on it most of the year. It's this one right here. I've talked a lot about this great star. This is the Andromeda. I talked all about these constellations in the video that I'm going to be posting in the show notes. But this is what Shiat looks like. It's the one that's helping us open our crown chakra. And so Shiat, come on. Shiat is here in the Pegasus constellation. This is Pegasus's nose. This is Pegasus's legs. And we've got Andromeda stars here. Okay, including the Andromeda Galaxy over here, which is called the Andromeda Galaxy because when we look at the Andromeda constellation, it's right there. These two are Andromeda stars. And so we've got two Andromeda stars and two Pegasus stars making the great square of Pegasus. And squares are very manifesting. So again, just like this mystic rectangle, we have a chance to manifest that which we go within and see what is being conceived. We have this ability to manifest what is within us to be birthed into the 3D world where other people that can only see in 3D, can only see the physical, will be able to see it. This is one of the stars that Pluto just passed, Aldebaran. This is, yep, this is Alberio, which is Pluto is on right now, and it's the Swan in Cygnus, which is a bistar. And then Pluto is heading, when Pluto hits 2 degrees, he'll head towards Altar, which is the eagle. He's on the beak of the eagle. So we're getting ready for the ceremony. So make sure you have all of this stuff. You guys know, those people that are here with me right at this moment already know what a full body halo is. If we want to bring that in the meditation, just imagine that there's gold surrounding us. That's the whole full body halo that's around every candle I've ever seen for Our Lady of Guadalupe. And in Mexico City, where I'm going to be moving, there is an incredible basilica to Our Lady of Guadalupe. And now we have the Vesica Pisces. You guys know that the Vesica Pisces is two overlapping circles with the middle being the merging of opposites. And so when we go within our own hearts to see what's being conceived within us, there's an alchemy that happens between opposites that is happening within our own hearts. When we're about to do move with the long scarves, and we can move in patterns, figure eight patterns. These are very healing to the body, and they're very integrating if we have a lot of ideas, if we go into overwhelm, if we want whatever we're doing, figure eights, making the patterns with your feet, with your hands, with your scarves, with your fingers going like this on multiple levels, whether it's a cellular level or whether it's a galactic level, or whether you're just trying to connect one chakra to the other. You can do, there's like a vertical figure eight that you can do, and this can be in there's a whole book on working with figure eights with water called the Infinity Loop. But I suspect that you can actually work with this with all of the elements, have all of the elements being figure eights. So what do we do for those of you who are watching the replay? We're going to move a little bit. We're going to do a guided, I'm going to be saying a guided meditation. The question is, what is being conceived within me now? Because that's the new moon question. That is, we can get the clearest answer to that question at the new moon because we're aligned with what's happening in the cosmos, as above, so below. Then we're going to think about our baby step. We're going to journal. We're going to drink our sanctified water. We're going to eat our chocolate, and then the people that want to share will get to share. So here is this, and we are about to, I'm going to stop sharing what is being conceived within me now. What's the baby step you're initiating? That's where we're going. I'm going to stop sharing this, bring us back to here, and I'm going to turn on the music that you might not hear. So now is the time to play your own music.
Do you show you how to share the music?
Yeah, I can share some. It may not come through very well.
When you go to share,
Yeah,
you
if you have music, you can play your own, and you just,
but when you press share, it shows different screen, and at the top it says advance, and you click on advance, and then it says share music, and you just click on that. So when you click on share, it will something
mhm,
will sharing, and at the top it says advanced somewhere. So you click on advanced,
okay.
and
I'm,
then advanced you find share music, and you click on that, and then share. Are you finding it?
yeah, that's not what it says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
On advanced, it should be share
yeah,
music.
I see advanced sharing options, but it's talking about participants and who can share, and it's not talking about audio.
All right.
And so I'm looking under audio, and it's not giving me advanced selections. Anyway,
Yeah, at the top it says screen, document, and advanced.
yeah,
And then
it's not giving me
the
advanced
audio,
audio options. Mm.
I've got it, but anyway, if you don't have it, you don't have it. Sorry, I thought I'd show you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm just playing Where is it? I mean, just didn't pull this up beforehand, so actually I won't be able to play that. Here it is. Oh, we didn't see this. Okay. Okay, so we are just got our long scarves and we're moving with whatever music we can hear. I can take my scarf and I can put it in a um figure eight, or an infinity loop, whatever you want to call it. I can trace infinity loops on the ground with my foot. Okay, so have a seat again, and we are going to go into the meditation. Make sure you have your journal ready. We're going to go right to the journal. We already got our water ready. We got our chocolate ready. We're all ready to go here. So we have our feet on the ground. When we're inhaling, and we can use a figure eight, feeling a figure eight, the top of a figure eight at the bottom of our feet, and feeling that figure eight configuration go down into the Earth Star chakra, which is 2 feet below our feet. So we are entering into this second dimension, this beautiful world beneath our feet, beneath the surface of the earth, 2 feet below our feet, the Earth Star chakra. Feeling that energy move, maybe moving in air, since we have an air trine right now that's very fluid. And now from the Earth Star chakra, we're going to go even deeper into the earth. We're going to bring that loop even larger and go all the way to the core of the earth. There's a crystalline core in the center of the earth. So we want to connect to the earth's center. We're going to make sure that we create from the center of the earth, just as we want to create from the center of our own being and want to create from the center of the Milky Way galaxy. So center, 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 as above, so below. feeling the center, the core of the earth, sending love to our Mother Earth, feeling what needs to take place from within us, seeing if she wants to activate anything within our heart at this time. She knows some secrets. She knows when to tell flowers to bloom. So feel this Mother Earth is sending us information, and see if you can bring this information up, bringing it up on a figure eight all the way to the Earth Star chakra, bringing it all the way to our feet, and now bringing that information on this infinity loop all the way up our legs to our root chakra. Our root chakra that tells us we belong here at this time. We have something we came to Earth to give. We belong here at this time. It's time for this gift we arrived with to open. Maybe just open a little bit, we can peek, or maybe it's going to open and unfold a little more for us. And now with a figure eight, we bring it into our sacral chakra, bringing this energy in, feeling whatever is within our womb space to create, feeling our emotional life, our movement, this energy. We named all this energy for different emotions within us, and it's all dynamic and moving, and it's part of what we use to create with our emotion. Emotions are good. Emotions help us manifest, help us create once we know what these emotions are, and we don't we don't have to judge them. We don't have to use them in ways that can do harm to ourselves and others. We just use these beautiful emotional energies in our womb space. And now there is a figure eight from the womb space rising and moving into our solar plexus chakra. And our solar plexus chakra is our will, what we desire to create. It is that star fascius that is now coming in. It is telling us what we want to achieve. It is giving us a focus point. There is a sense of a gravitational pull happening. We have both the supergalactic center and the great attractor pulling us toward yet another center of the supergalactic center. And now we move this because we know that anything we create needs to have love, needs to be created with love. So we move our beautiful dynamic air infinity loop into our heart chakra. And we feel all of this energy of love coming in to whatever is coming to us as an achievement. We feel within our hearts this beautiful earth energy, and we leave much earth energy within our heart, this energy from the core of the earth in our heart chakra. And we're going to come back to it in a minute. We're going to go up to our throat chakra. What truth are we expressing? And can feel that sense. Now with another loop, we move from our truth center, our throat chakra, into our third eye chakra, which is showing us vision of what can be that's beyond what is in 3D now. So we're seeing with our brow chakra. And now the other infinity loop is the crown chakra. We're asking the star Shiat to come in and help us open the crown chakra. And this beautiful star is bringing in energy, it's bringing in information, it's bringing in light. And within this stream of light, like this golden stream of light coming into the top of our head and filling our aura with golden light, just as Our Lady of Guadalupe is depicted with golden light surrounding her. She's in a golden halo. And we can feel this golden halo from the top of our head to our feet. And so we can hold this beautiful information and this light. We don't have to cling to it. We don't have to grab it. We don't have to chase it. We are going to receive it when it's ready for us to receive it. Now we can bring this light, this golden light, to our brow chakra, enlightening what we can create, and bringing it to our throat chakra, enlightening the truth we can speak. And now bringing with an infinity loop all the way to our heart chakra. And this light is sitting in a circle opposite this earth that we have already collected. And we see this light and this earth merging in the center, merging the eye of the heart, earth and light from the stars merging. And we see this tension, this opposite, and we see this resolution within our own heart. So as we go into the eye of the heart, we have a chance to see in this fertile ground what is being conceived within me now. We can feel the energy of the new moon. We can feel the moon and the sun. We can feel these galactic points. We can feel all of this light within us. We can feel all of these dynamic patterns. And we are asking the question, what is being conceived within me now? I'm going to be quiet for a moment as we can ask. It can show up in many ways: words, pictures, movies, colors, feelings, sensations, smells, many ways it can show up. Now we ask the question, what baby step can I take to bring this energy within me, within the center of my being, with this divine spark? What can I do to bring this, what is being conceived within me? How can I bring it into my daily life, working on it daily, every day? What can I do? What baby step am I going to do daily? And when we know what our baby step is, when we know what is being, have a sense of what is being conceived within us, we may not have words. We can drink our water and bring in our baby step, which we've given words to. And we feel that as we drink the water, we feel that baby step coming into us so that we can manifest that. And now we ask the question, who will help me with this daily baby step? Is it the archangels? Is it ascended masters? Is it what tradition is it from? Is it a new guide you just received? Is it an ancestor? Which wisdom person can help me with this baby step? And we're going to eat our chocolate. Mm. Mm. So we can feel a sense of communion with our guide. And then we can write in our journal whatever we want to write. Okay, is there anybody that wants to share what they received? You can continue to write in your journal if you want. For for me, yeah, anybody want to?
Oh,
Christina, go
I do
ahead.
want to share, but I just wanted to say that this was so helpful and thank you so much. It was very, very helpful for me. So I just greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Christina.
Thank you.
I know Christina's creations are often beyond words, but she paints the absolutely most beautiful paintings.
Oh, thank you. Well, that was okay, I will share this part. There was more, but I started something that's totally different than, because I like to change, I like to grow and develop. I
Sure,
just
sure, sure,
can't
sure.
paint the same thing all the time. So I started something that's really different, and I've been kind of stuck and having almost ready to paint over it, but no, I'm going to stick with it. And now I know what to try next. So I know that I got a message for what to try
Good.
on there next. So
Beautiful.
yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna mute now. Okay, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Christina. Thank you for sharing that. That's so awesome. Okay. Annabelle, go ahead.
Yes. So in the last few weeks, I've had this really moment of embodying, all that has been happening to me in the last few years, and to really recognize the value of the change and the rebirth. And so what has come to me is to really want to help women and men, actually, because I'm happy to help both, to go from just having a spiritual awakening to become spiritual leaders, and to really bring the gift in the world as a leader and not just as a hobby, like to really embody the gift so they can bring that in the world. And so I call it the spiritual leader online revolution, to make a revolution, to really bring a revolution, to change that, from people who just shy and not sure, to really hold space so they can bring,
Mm-hmm.
a gift. And so to help me with that is the energy of the Dragon Queen that has been with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
can see that.
so it's there. It's very much there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
That's wonderful, Annabelle. That's wonderful. Thank you. This is Christina talking. Okay. All right. I'm
stay
muting it.
you. I can see you.
Yeah.
So steps, is to really bring more bring more offering, to really lead and help um help people, embody this gift that they have. The way you're doing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah, so Annabelle, you have a gift of holding space, and you have this gift of incredible courage. And your courage is inspiring those that are a little shy. And so thank you so much for being out there and creating more leaders. So thank you.
For holding the space, because it's midnight here and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able. And I was, oh yeah, I want to be
It's midnight. My gosh. No, we're
today.
going back to noon at the next new moon. So we won't have
Actually,
to work.
right now it's 1 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Oh, poor. Okay. Thank you
Uh,
for coming at midnight, Annabelle. It's beautiful.
very happy I'm here
Mhm.
for holding that space.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Carrie, did you want to share today or not?
I do, and I really like the Annabelle's message, especially the part of integrating. It seems like taking all these classes, taking all this knowledge, and then integrating it into a leadership program, and it really goes with what came through for me. Also, was I envision an apple in all of its aspects disintegrating and then coming back together again. And it just kept doing that. It kept going over and over again. And what is being created is conceived is this creating and recreating apples in all its forms. And the next step I had was integration of patterns. And it was like this coming apart and coming back together again created patterns and swirls and a helix, and it's asking me every day to look at what is happening in my life and integrating that in the patterns and the swirls and the helix. And who was helping me was Archangel Metatron, but he was as the wise man, bringing the gold, casket, and that was the gift to me, was that gold glowing casket. So I really feel like Archangel Metatron is really working with me now to bring all this together and to really explore integration on a daily basis. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yay. Woohoo.
And
Integrate.
I want to share, when I put the music, I put my music, and I was jumping up and down and going on, and I was so happy. I had so much joy.
Yes.
I want to share that with you. I really want to share that joy, like
Yeah, yeah.
you allow me to go there. Yeah. So thank you so much. And
It's,
please leave.
it's awesome. Yeah, I'm really feeling into flowers right now. First, and the growing flowers and the seeds that I felt planted throughout my chakras are flower seeds. And I'm like, okay, well, and it's just being able, just smelling the flowers and being able to, like the sense of smell is different than the other senses because the sense of smell brings us into the other senses and opens up the spiritual senses. So just bringing in the fragrance of these flowers as a gift, um, earth flowers as a gift to other beings and other stars is something that I feel like, oh, I'm working on this now. And I feel myself in a blue lotus flower with the petals up, and some of them have unfolded, but I feel like within that, there's not only Mother Gaia, but the mother of creation and Saraswati, who is he taught Brahma how to create the material universe. So she's definitely a creator too. So just learning all of that as patterns move on and as we realize who we are here on the planet, being how other people see our gifts unfolding, or just being able to feel that sense of that sense of, okay, I'm in the center, and yet I'm feeling all of this that is being created into the world. Now, I don't know why it's coming in as flowers right now, but it is. And so it's Saraswati and Mother Gaia who are helping me on this journey. And they've never offered themselves as guides to me before. So that's kind of interesting. I'll see where they want to go. And I'll see how this unfolds. But what I do know is that it's very useful to come back to the center of the flower. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to share my screen again so that you guys can see what's coming up, what I've been talking about in my emails. I've been talking about the fact that I didn't share it. It makes me someone actually clicked it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're going to bring it over. Okay, so this is the summit that I get to be involved with. This is our mentor teacher, Julia Balaz, who came up with this galactic astrology thing within a quantum soul guidance summit. That's what we're doing. These are my colleagues. And each one of these people is brilliant, and they're all doing different things. They've all taken what this amazing woman taught and branched off into their own direction. And Julia is the kind of leader that she's doesn't have to have everybody lockstep with what she does, and she's not making everybody sign that they will only teach blah 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 in her method. And she's not trying to own what comes forward with all of the people that are in her sphere that she has helped broaden all of our perspectives. And so this summit, sign up for it, register for it. Here's the registration link. I'm going to put it in the show notes so that you have it, that you can just click on it in the show notes so that you can, and pick and choose. I mean, there's going to be five things or six things for 5 days. So it starts on January 14th. Mine is on January 15th at 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. And so I'm really looking forward to this. The title of my talk is The Alpha and the Omega, the Nodes of the Moon meet the star Shiat at the last degree of the zodiac. And we're going to travel to Shiat. Like Shiat kind of traveled to us in this meditation today, but we're going to travel to the star Shiat at the last portion of my presentation on the 15th. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure and come to mine. And this link will be there for you so that you can go. And when is our next new moon ceremony? Wednesday, January 29th at noon Pacific time. So Annabelle doesn't have to come at midnight. And there we go. And we're going to sing our song, our ending song. And there are people that are going to be watching the replay. And so I'm thinking about those people that usually respond and watch these, and thinking about them and putting them in this circle with all of you. And there's 4 of us manifesting this, so we'll see if we can bring them all, everybody into a circle of love. In this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace, I feel our unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet security in this circle of love, in this circle of peace. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And come next month to the next free thing, and come to register for the summit. Love you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well done to you to go on the summit. Bye.
Thank you. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay.